Middletown High School is one of Frederick County's 10 schools to introduce girls flag football as an official sport this year. Sponsored by the Baltimore Ravens, this new venture provides more athletic opportunities for girls.
I believe FCPS got involved with a little initiative from the Baltimore Ravens and the NFL, and ultimately they want to provide more opportunities for girls in high school athletics. It's been great. They've been very supportive. They had us down at their training camp back in August. We got to meet Coach Harbaugh. He talked to the girls a little bit, and then we got to stay for training camp. They provided us with all of our equipment and all of our uniforms.
Head coach Andy Baker says flag football provides girls with more than just athletic competition.
Well, it's just another opportunity for them after school along with other extracurricular activities, for them to grow as people, develop better character, develop better leadership skills, work as a team, build camaraderie, those types of things. There's a lot of different values that we learn out here that are disguised in football.
He says that, at its core, flag football is much like tackle football.
Quite honestly, there's not a ton of difference. You know, a lot of the fundamental traits that we have to teach, body movements and things like that, there's not a lot of difference. I guess if I had to say one thing, was the prior knowledge that our contact football players come in with. Due to our development in the MVAA program, they come in with a lot of background knowledge, whereas in this sport, starting up from scratch, a lot of our players don't have that background knowledge, terminology and things like that.
Many of the girls say football has always been a part of their lives in one way or another.
I decided to play flag football this year because it was a new opportunity with a lot of my friends, and I know there was a lot of talk about it, and I thought it was going to be really fun and a good opportunity for girls to learn more about the sport. I've watched football my whole life. My whole family's always played football, and we're a football family, so I've always been around it.
I grew up going to my brother's game. He played varsity for the 4 years that he
One of
was
the
here,
first things the girls
so-
had to do was
and then
figure out
sideline
what
cheerleading.
position
I was always
suited them.
watching the football players.
One of the first things the girls had to do was figure out what position suited them.
I am the quarterback. I throw things in track and field, so that's why they put me at quarterback, and I'm fast. I think my biggest strength is how far I can throw the ball, and that I'm able to run the ball if needed, and I can read the plays pretty well.
Center on offense and linebacker on defense. And we got split into teams. They needed a center, so I learned how to snap. And then for defense, they just put me in and I played well.
Despite the learning curve, the girls feel like the season has been very successful so far as the players and the team have come together.
We've been doing really well as a team this season. We're definitely learning, and we have a lot of things we need to overcome, but as a team, I think we've been doing really well together. It's definitely been a learning experience, but I think personally this year I've learned a lot, and I've grown a lot throughout the season too.
We've had our ups and downs, but we've shown a lot of improvement throughout each game.
One thing the season hasn't lacked, according to Baker, is enough exciting plays on offense and defense to make an entire highlight reel.
Well, there's been a lot of highlights. On different nights, we've been great at tackling. We've had a lot of great girls in our rusher position with Ava Allen and Kaylee Franklin and Kate Stevenson. We've had girls make unbelievable catches and run for touchdowns. It's just a lot of different parts. We've had multiple interceptions returned for touchdowns. Uli Kazamakani, she has had two interceptions last week. One was a pick six. Genevieve Chase has had a pick six. It's just been exciting. We've had all kinds of highlights throughout the year so far.
Me personally, I've been having a good season. I've had an interception in all 3 games that we played, and I had a touchdown last week.
I think they seem to be really enjoying it. It's new to them, and sometimes it's challenging for them, but all in all, they come out with great attitudes, willing to learn, willing to practice hard.
Baker says for him personally, the season has provided more than just another opportunity to coach. It's been a chance to really get to know the girls.
I've got to build relationships with a lot of our student athletes who I didn't have a chance to coach before. We got to teach them about the game of football. We got to teach them, as I mentioned earlier, values that you normally focus on in a normal setting, normal traditional football setting, like camaraderie, working together as a team, knowing how a football team functions. Things like, hey, not everybody can touch the ball on a play, not everybody can touch the ball during a game. We need blockers, we need tacklers, we need throwers, we need receivers. All of those things come together and build as move forward as one unit, and that's the fun part about football.
I would tell everyone in the future to play this sport. I think it's really great. It's a good opportunity for girls to learn more about football. This isn't just a guy's sport anymore, and I think they'd have a lot of fun with their friends too.
This flag football season might be the first in Frederick County, but it looks like it's here to stay and has a bright future ahead.
I think we are just scratching the surface. Obviously, each team, each school in the county has a team. This is going to grow for sure. I think we're going to see a lot of girls start coming in from elementary and middle schools with a skill set that has already been developed. I also believe that schools throughout the state of Maryland, all different counties are going to start adopting this, and within a couple of years it'll be statewide, and there will be a state championship for girls flag football.
Join it, give it a chance. It's fun. It's something that you can do with your friends, or it just helps you stay in shape.
It feels pretty amazing to be able to pave the pathway for other girls that are coming up through flag football and to be able to do something no one else has done.